Hello everyone, and welcome to my discussion about books versus movies. This is definitely a very controversial topic because there are so many opinions. Nobody has the exact same opinion in terms of which is better, the book or the movie. And I'm just going to explain my theory, why you like the book or the movie better. So I'm just going to show you some examples of that books that were published and then later made into movies. So obviously Harry Potter, very successful book series, as well as in the film industry. The Outsiders, which was published in 1967. Secret Life of Bees. Series of Unfortunate Events. This is kind of interesting. I'll get to that in a second. And The Lightning Thief. So, my theory is basically when you're reading a book such as, I don't know, The Lightning Thief, I'll just take that as an example right now. If you're reading a book, I'm a very visual thinker, which means I think in pictures. So while I'm reading this book, pictures are forming in my mind, and I have kind of a movie playing in my head about what things look like. And I am not a fan of books that don't explain the environment, the surroundings. I think that's very important. To be connected with a novel, you really need to know what it looks like, in my opinion. So, let's say that I'm reading this book, and, Rick Riordan, he does a pretty good job explaining things. Wonderful writer. So I read the book, I have my own thoughts and opinions about it, and then someone else comes along and wants to make a movie out of The Lightning Thief. And they are going to do it based on what they interpreted the book as. So it's basically their view, not yours. So a lot of people are upset once they read the book. They think the movie is going to be awesome because they love the book, but in the end, the movie is probably going to be disappointing to them. So if you read the book and then the movie, you're most likely going to be disappointed. But if you flip it around, if you see the movie before you read the book, this can be helpful in some situations because you know what's going on, especially with a 5-class book, a very challenging one that you might be having trouble with. Sometimes you should watch the movie first because then you know what's going on. When you say, oh, this character looks like this, and this is what he does, and this is when he does it, for example, you know what's going on because you already have the memory of the pictures, the movie in your head. So if you watch the movie first, and then read the book, you're going to be pretty happy with it. So you'd think, okay, do I want to read the book or watch the movie first? So when you watch the movie first, the odds are you're going to end up quite happy. But I have a very conservative view in terms of books and movies. I always read the book first because the book was made first for a reason. That's just the way I am with books and movies. So, Lightning Thief, Series of Unfortunate Events. This movie, there are 13 books in this series. I'm going to do a whole video on Series of Unfortunate Events. And the movie only covers the first 3 books very well, but they dropped it. There hasn't been a sequel or anything. Let's see. Secret Life of Bees. The book was good. I think I liked the movie a little bit better. The Outsiders, which is a very well-written piece, and the movie is also very good as well. And then, excuse me for one moment. Here we go, I had to pull this off my bookshelf. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This was, people thought, okay, I like the book. The movie was pretty good because it was loosely based on the actual illustrations. So, people were mainly pretty happy with that. And then Harry Potter. In my view, the books were pretty much exactly how I imagined in terms of the movie. That was exactly what I pictured in my head. and I absolutely refused. Once I got sucked into this series, I was absolutely defiant that I would never watch a movie before I read the book. So, because Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling is very descriptive, and I love that. She is very good at describing, and then the people who made the movie, the directors, the producers, even the costume artists, did such a wonderful job in recreating the setting in which this book took place. So that is basically my take on books and movies. Sorry, this is kind of long, kind of hard to understand, but please leave a comment about what, would you rather read the book first, or would you rather watch the movie first? Are you usually disappointed when you watch the movie, or are you impressed? So please leave a comment, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on my channel. Thank you.